Okay, we're looking at mixed exercise 10 from the first year core textbook, and we're on question 5c. So we're using the identities that you've learnt this year to simplify some expressions. And 5c's quite a fiddly one because it's quite possible to really overcomplicate this. But if you spot, so if I just write something that looks a lot simpler, right? So that can factorize to x plus y, yeah? So the x squared, I'll get from the x times the x, the y squared from the y times the y, and then I'll have two lots of x, y. So if you spot the connection between what I've just written and this, what they've given us in the question, so just write that out. Okay, so they might sort of at first glance look completely different, but actually, if we use the substitution that x is cos squared and y, trying to write sine there, and y is sine squared, they are actually of the same structure, because this is cos squared squared, and this is sine squared squared. So we have got our x squared term, our 2xy term, and our y squared term. So the benefit of all that means I can factorize this in exactly the same way. So this will factorize. So if thinking about what we've said here, so x is cos squared and y is sine squared, then we know from our identities that cos squared plus sine squared equals 1. So basically, what we've got there is 1 times 1. So that whole thing started off as a bit of a nightmare. It actually simplifies all the way down to 1. There are alternatives. Too much trig. Okay, there are slight alternatives, but I've tried a couple of other ways, and they just take a very long time. So if you didn't spot that, you could try things like substituting sine squared theta for 1 minus cos squared theta, and maybe doing cos squared all squared, and you would be able to get there eventually. But I think that is definitely the quickest way to do it.